Hey everyone, and welcome to another trade recap for myself. Hello, good game, or hello, good trades over here, right? If you don't know, Magic content creator. I love to play Magic the Gathering, and we love to trade as well. So, just journaling my progress, a way for me to recap everything that I did. What went right, what went wrong, and how can we improve in the future, right? So pretty busy day. We went 2 for 2, I guess. Not really going too aggressive. Now, it is a Monday. I like to take it a little bit slower on Monday. Dip our toes in, see if it's hot or cold, right? Look for a theme, whether it's a continuation from last week, which was earnings, right? We have basically an earnings theme where we are mid-cap earnings, and they're running up 25-50%, which is pretty impressive. But maybe it's something new, right? And that's why we want to take it easy, because we don't want to go in expecting one thing and have it be another and get burnt on our first day. So SNGX was the first of the day here and the best. This was absolutely beautiful here. My drawings are pretty messy, but we see this pop, right? Just got news, right? FDA grants them with for the treatment of Behçet disease. I don't even know what that is. After reviewing recent phase 2, and phase 2 is really good. It leads to phase 3, right? Specifically, if it's positive phase 2. So the news comes out, and this just like melts up immediately, right? So if you caught it, congratulations. There was a gap fill here on the 1 day of old. You can check that out afterwards. And then it held, right? So this is like super strong. The fact that it broke through the gap and then held it. What was resistance is now turned into support, right? But it breaks down, right? So we like to see something that moves so aggressively reset, right? So we always are going to preach the same thing here. The reversal happens here, but this is like so fast you'll never catch it, right? And because of that, we don't really want to chase it, right? So we wait for it to cool down. Anything that moves that aggressively should pull back. That's healthy. So you can see it doesn't even hit the 200 here, right? Which is great. And then it reclaims its own moving averages. Then we have the reversal set. Then we have our key level breakout, or pairing with a key level breakout, which is VWAP here, which we kind of rejected first. And then we get not only our 1-to-1, but our 2-to-1 and our 3-to-1 filling pretty early on into another pullback, right? Whenever you get a big run, you need to pull back. Big run, need to pull back. This time, we're not even getting to the 200 on the pullback, just to VWAP, right? So this VWAP bounce is crazy good. Like, if you weren't already in the trade and you've seen this happen and then it reclaim again, this is really good entries here. And then you get another pop, another pop, another pop. And this was our 5-to-1 trade, right? This is where we sold our last runners here at 540. And it did go all the way up to 620, right? So that would have been a 7, almost an 8-to-1 risk reward. If you held out for that bit of extra juice. Now, the trend is holding, right? This could be potentially multi-day post earnings. So, that's kind of coming in on theme to start the week, right? Then we have VTech. We might have even taken this earlier on in the morning. I'm not too sure on the order here. Approval for LOCT in the United Kingdom, but it's a post-reverse split. So that's kind of what we like. We see the split here, right? There's specific categories we like, and we'll look at 2 of them today: post-reverse split and OTC uplisters for volumetric moves. Like they're going to have a very, very low daily average typically, and when volume does come in, it's going to move it in a favorable fashion, I guess. I don't know. It's quite parabolic. So we missed it. We're a little sleepy here. This is actually not even too early, but we get the news pop and then the VWAP recovery, right? So this would have been a really good entry here on this bar. with this as your stop. And that's something that we've focused on as a news pop play over and over again. But it doesn't mean that we can't still get in on it. So this would have been the ideal play here, right, with our 1-to-1 here, right? So you have the news pop, you have the breakdown of VWAP, then you have the recovery. You open your position on this candle here, preferably the moment it opens above VWAP. And then your stop loss is below the pullback. You shoot for your 1-to-1. Great. We missed it though, right? So that's a slap on the wrist. What we do see though is it tests VWAP, right? And it holds. So we enter on the candle afterwards on that bounce up. Our stop loss is below VWAP, right? Below these two candles here. It's like a bit of a level, if you will. Our 1-to-1 we don't get the 2-to-1. Really close, but we don't get it. So we just get our regular scale out, right? So if you're unfamiliar, selling 75% on the scale, 5%, 5%, 5%, 5%, right? For our remaining 25%. Or 80%. And then 5, 10, 15, 20, yeah. However you do it, the specifics don't matter. You can even hold for that 10-to-1 risk reward or something, but make sure you sell the lion's share early on. So if it does turn around on you, you've already locked in profits, right? And then if you're consistently locking in profits early, you'll have a nice hit rate, which is important. So this did break down. I think we had volume rotation. We had like a big runner today. Was it SGG? And at this point, I think I was kind of sitting out post earnings here on SGD. It looked like it could be good. Like this 118 to 180 is definitely not bad. But it was so wicky. Like these upper wicks, these lower wicks. It's holding the 200 though, which I guess is relevant, but it just couldn't. I couldn't form. And this is why we use VWAP as a key level, because you see how like here it was holding VWAP, and then as soon as it lost VWAP, it's like it's dead, right? So we don't care for that. This was earnings, I guess, revenue up, but it does take more than just that. And volume, is going to determine a lot. And if the market's not running volume on it that specific day, then it won't move, even if it had good news, right? And then that may materialize in days to come, right? Sometimes there's delayed runs on news. That's not uncommon. This was an OTC uplister. So we like OTC uplisters because they're going to have a crazy low daily average volume, right? And then it hits, the New York Stock Exchange or NASDAQ here. So there's a lot of potential buyers that would not have access to it. Typically not everybody trades OTC, over the counter. So it's, from $3 to $13, right? That's something that's quite common with these, and you'll see it a lot. But easy come, easy go. Massive run in the morning, but it broke down all morning until the reversal, right? So this is kind of why we like to play that reversal, because if you look, after the initial run, it only turns bearish. Here's our bearish reversal here for our reset, right? Then we, you don't want to be in on the reset. Let it pull back. But then we have the reversal, right? And you could just play that reversal with a stop below bottom. Not really waiting for a key level here because it's kind of far away. But even if you did, that key level here would be the 200, right? So, and it doesn't really retest it, which is a bit of a bummer. And then, you do get to VWAP. And because you're below VWAP, you're likely scaling out at VWAP. So when you're underneath it with a setup and you get to it, you got to lock those profits because it's going to reject at VWAP like 9 times out of 10. It doesn't always break through hold and then go, which it kind of looked like it was going to here. It did break through and was holding, but couldn't. And then, the rest is history here. So, just something we like to watch, and maybe OTC uplisters, maybe post-reverse splits become a theme, right? So it's just always about watching what's going on. Even though we're not in this, we can still watch it, and then, how would we play it, right? And it would be that morning reversal signal off this massive pullback, but pretty risky. Would have been a nice play, though, like $5 to $8. Decent. And then last one that I really tracked or looked at today. I could recap my scanner too, though. What was going on here? Positive results, which is great. And it's also post earnings. Oh, yes. Okay. And you see how it didn't really do anything, and then a couple days later. But it is also the news which drives the volume. But now we have, a small cap, right, under 50 million market cap, with a low daily average volume, right, only 18 million, with high current volume, 30 million here, or that's our relative volume, and post earnings. So we're layering all the things that we like together. But again, it couldn't go. What else happened today? HAI was on my scanner. This is like a penny stock, isn't it? Yeah, so I don't play penny stocks, but it did a thing in the morning, died down like 30 cents. I have no interest in this. Penny stocks, China stocks, I just try to avoid. I'll watch them, and if they make it up to a certain price and still look strong, then I'll play it. But I have no need to hunt for penny stocks. And then RVYL is also on my scanner. Post earnings, right? And then nice run up, but died. So maybe the earnings plays aren't really holding up. Good for a pop, but maybe not for multi-day runs, right? We've got to be definitely careful with that in the future. NVFY. This is the last one I really have on my scanner, and same thing. Earnings pop, and then got melted down. This is a really bad example of that. So nothing that I was even watching here, but trying to find something more for you guys. Short video today. S&P 500. Market's still open today. It's 10 minutes till it closes. Trading flat. This is just a range-bound day. Up a bit, down a bit, 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 up a bit. Man, calls melted, puts melted. Everybody's wrecked. So that's not really doing much there. I think crypto was down as well from its 124 high to 116 on Bitcoin. Ethereum's also dropping quite a bit. So a little bit of a pullback. We'll see how the rest of the week goes. Our GameStop videos are going to be on their own from now on. So if you're looking forward to that, it's going to be by itself. Go grab that. If not, I'll see you again tomorrow for a daily trade review. If there's anything I can cover, let me know in the comments. And yeah, appreciate you guys. See you soon.